Coming up right now, it's the rise of the influencer bride. How many are putting a unique spin on the traditional wedding party?
Also coming up, talk about the worst name ever. How one mom is struggling to change her newborn's name after she was trying to test the system.
A little bit later, the man in charge of the Fox News empire is stepping down. Wait until you hear about how much he's getting just to retire.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
Yes.
And I am Mitch English. And we also have the lead singer of AC/DC here today. Brian, how are you? So glad to have you here.
I see what you're doing there.
Yeah.
Matt and I-
You look like a drama teacher.
Matt and I every morning
Drama
when we come in. For the longest time you told me I look like the manager of a Sears men's.
You look like the manager of a Sears that's going out of business 6 months ago.
So we're going back and forth on that. Hope you guys are ready to have some fun. I think I am. What about you, Jackson?
I am. Have you heard about this new dating show, Naked Attraction?
Yes.
Okay, I watched this thing yesterday,
All right.
and
Real me,
I
baby.
gotta tell you,
What's the deal? What's the premise?
So here's the deal: you get singles on, right? You got the one single. It's based on an Australian dating show, and then you've got 6 other participants. So let's say you got the guy. He's got 6 women to choose from. They are all naked, and they stand behind a glass-colored panel,
okay.
and they slowly reveal body parts all the way up. And then the person who's looking for their next love of their life goes through each one and criticizes or compliments body parts. I mean, you see everything, and they do a full 180,
Listen,
the whole shebang.
This reminds me of how guys walk out into the ocean, okay? Because there's a point where we stop, and that's what I go, all right, that's it, no more. I'm out of this game.
I mean, you see, it's the most
Really?
bizarre thing. And then the host of the show is, oh, do you like this and that? Oh, do you like that and this? And oh, what about that bit?
Do
What
they
about
do
this
they ask
bit?
for angles, or
Oh,
they like,
yes.
hey, drop a penny
Oh,
and
yeah,
let me see what's going on there?
Some have to bend over, some have to.
Oh, my.
It is the most bizarre thing. So then the person who's looking for the date has to get naked, and then when she finally picks the one she wants to go with, or he does, then they both have to go over each other and discuss body parts. Then they go out on a date fully clothed.
What's the point of that?
Yeah, what's the
Isn't
point
that
of
the
that?
point of the date to get to the naked part?
Yes.
Like,
It's all backwards.
It's backwards. Anyway.
It's called, the name again?
Naked Attraction
Naked Attraction.
on Max.
It's on Max, okay.
And they have a huge disclaimer.
that's how Mitch
at the
answers
very
his
beginning,
door, though. So, I
saying,
mean,
There's a disclaimer.
there's a huge disclaimer saying
My disclaimer
full
would be
frontal nudity.
objects in mirror appear once. Alrighty, flower girls. We all know them. They're at every wedding, right? However, there's one bride. She said, listen, I'm going to put my own spin on the sweet flower girl trend by introducing the Fireball Girl.
Fireball.
Fireball. The bride switched things up by having her wedding walk down the aisle, throwing out many bottles of the cinnamon-flavored whiskey. It's known as Fireball. She also added the caption, best decision I ever made, on her social media video featuring unique twists on the wedding party. I say, why not? You get them ready for the reception afterwards.
Absolutely.
And that's the beautiful thing about a wedding, is that it just seems like up until, I don't know, this generation at least, they always thought, well, you have to do this in a wedding, you have to do this.
Yeah.
A wedding, it can be whatever you want. Matt, you're getting ready for it. I mean, what are you
wants
handing out? What are you
Leah
doing?
wants the pretty party, so we're doing the pretty party. We don't
Well,
have,
you're going to be there, right? So
I
how's that
think I'm
be a
going to
pretty
show
party?
up. I guess I'll be there. I don't know. I mean, my crew. It's going to be a bunch of random acts of stupid anyway, so I don't need to add Fireball to the
So
pre-show.
she wants traditional, but you'd be okay to do your own thing on the
Yeah,
side.
I don't care. I wanted to go to Vegas and have Carrot Top marry us.
That would be
That was my
That would be nice.
pitch,
That
but
would be kind of cool.
I had one thing, and I told her early on, I said, I got to have a Burton Leon Reynolds as my MC, and Matt graciously played Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds, big hat.
And we all wore black framed
that-
glasses for Mitch in honor of him. And when he turned around, he had no idea what was going on.
That was my in-laws did that. They went and bought black frame glasses for everybody, and I turned around and they go, and Hugo, who our EP here, he married us, and he said, Mitch, look, and I'm like, what? What am I looking at?
didn't get it.
And I looked around and I realized everybody had my black frame glasses on. I was like, that is so awesome.
But you get a pass. Obviously, at your wedding day, there was a lot more going on.
Girl.
You noticing? Black
D-
frame glasses.
My DJ smells so good.
Oh gosh, let's start with that.
My
guy.
wife almost walked down the aisle to Fancy by Reba McEntire.
No,
because he played the wrong music.
And it turned into us singing it for her.
Yeah, which was
It
great.
was.
We had fun.
A journalist from Australia thought it would be fun to test the country's baby name registry for a story, so she submitted the most ridiculous name she could think of. ABC reporter Kristen Drysdale legally named her newborn son, get this, Methamphetamine Rules. Well, now she's working overtime to change it. Here's what we know. Drysdale was working on a story about what parents are legally allowed to name their children in Australia. She never thought the name Methamphetamine Rules would clear the system.
Right.
If a name doesn't get the green light, the agency sends an approved name. But the name got through the censors and was even printed on the official birth certificate. In a statement from the registry, the office said, while an unusual name has unfortunately slipped through, they will work to correct the name in consultation with the parents.
Well, how would you like to know that? Like they will change it, but
Yeah.
one day that they're going to have to really come out and say, hey, look, your real name
When
was
you
methamphetamine.
search your name,
Yeah.
that's going to be attached to it for the rest of your life.
Kind of cool though, but kind of not cool at the same time. But listen, she was a reporter, and she went all in. She's like, I'm pregnant, so let's try to figure it out. Let's see what happens. And sometimes the gamble didn't pay off for her.
It backfired.
But we're talking about it.
They have filters on fantasy football names that you can't do stuff like
Madden
that.
football wouldn't let me make my
Right.
team the same way. So, all right, one team that's making a big change as far as their head coach, Rupert Murdoch, the founder and outgoing chairman of the Fox Corporation, is set to receive, just in pension benefits, $142 million. That's all part of his retirement. He's 92 years old. He'll have a lifetime to spend it, too. 3, 4. He is the media mogul. He obviously accumulated his pension during his 6-decade career, so he is well worth that. He earned it. Murdoch announced that he would step down in November after building at one of the largest, most influential media companies in the world, including Fox News, the top-watched cable news channel. Now, when he retires, he's going to hand the reins over to his eldest son, Lachlan. And in a note to his employees, Murdoch, who will remain chairman, said that he will still be actively involved. If you want to find out this and everything that happened, just watch Succession. It's on Max now,
On
I think
Max,
it is,
yes,
right? No,
yes.
which they said is really based on it. Hey, 6 decades is a long time.
I know, and to consider the work that man has done, and he's
I'll
now
give him that,
92,
yeah.
and he still wants to work every single day. And he said, "Look, I will continue to watch all of the shows. I will make notes. I will be calling into the control room." So even though he's going to be emeritus, that's his status, sort of retired but still working, he's still going to have his hands
Yeah.
very involved.
I like the guy.
Yeah.
No, we got to make fun of him because he makes more money than I do. We go now to Idaho, where a man there with more than 250 Guinness World Records attempted to add another title to his name by catching 22 tennis balls. We got those tennis balls ready here in 1 minute. David Rush. He is actually ended up with a total of 22 catches. That exceeds the previous record of 19. Isn't that incredible to catch that many? Well, evidence from the attempt must now be reviewed by the officials, so we will see that. Turned around, look at that all together. So I'm going to try to throw some balls here, some tennis balls, to our correspondent, Matt Doolittle, to see if he can catch 23 balls in 1 minute, and we'll see if we can break David's rules, all right? So here we go. Here's our tennis balls. I'm going to stand over this way.
Okay.
And again, Matt, now you saw how this works.
Yeah.
You know, I had no idea it did that.
Oh yeah.
You play tennis?
No. Yes, I do play tennis.
My son plays it, so he doesn't know I took these. But,
Okay, so I'm going to stand up here, I think, right? And
Okay.
I'm roughing, and you
Okay.
guys are.
So I need to put this
We're
set
gonna
next
do
to me.
this.
All right, Matt, and have you done any practicing
I
on
am
this?
not, so I'm winging this. Let's
All
see.
right, here we
Okay.
go.
Here it goes.
All righty, so I'm going to...
On your marks,
All right,
get
well,
set,
here we go.
go.
1.
Okay.
Matt, we got to do it in 32. I'm going to... Hey, tell you what, put your hands together. There you go, and I'll aim for that. Here you go.
There you go. Okay, this is.
Is he catch and release? Is
I
that
don't-
what it is?
He got one so
There
far.
you
Here we go. 1. All right, come on. Here we go. All right, I'm going to try
We
to
can
get
get one.
backboard.
We can get one.
Literally, your backboard.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
No.
Ready?
All right. This is not going well.
No.
This is.
It's a little bit harder than we thought it would
Mitch,
be.
we
Well-
found ourselves in awkward positions. This might be one of the weirdest.
Yes, this is odd.
Matt's
This is
usually
strange.
Matt's used to this, except handcuffs are involved.
Yeah, handcuffs and a donkey.
There's one. Oh my goodness.
You can drop it when you
I'm really trying
Okay.
to cheat on this and find these, but
Here we go, here we
I
go.
cannot find it.
Two.
There we go. Oh, I think we're almost out of time.
We got about 40 seconds.
40
30
seconds.
This is harder than it looks.
Yeah.
Maddie, there you go.
Back.
Okay.
We're not
breaking
breaking
any
the
record with this one.
We're not
I don't
breaking
think
any
so.
records
You can
today.
drop it once you catch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we go.
30 seconds left in this
Here we go. Here we go.
entire
Ready?
block. All right.
Matt, here we go.
That's
And
it.
what was the score? Matt, one more. Here we go, one more. Very nice!
4.
A total of 4.
4. 4 was
We're
the
going to
score.
regionals at least.
We're going to, we should really try to do that somewhere downtown and see what looks we get.
Can you juggle? Do you know how to juggle?
Here.
I don't know how to juggle. I can one juggle.
Stay with us. More Daily Flash.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English here. It looks like a miracle is happening in East Texas, and one man who has what some say would be a Herculean strength is all willing to bring it all to light.
While they weren't much good at actually finding or drilling for oil, they both possessed an unusual facility for convincing people that they could do just that.
Oil! I've never felt it so strong in all my life.
Widows were the mother's milk of the petroleum hustle.
Love is not time's fool.
And now that they had a well, it was time to hit every widow they could find in a 3-county radius.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Kevin Sorbo, Mr. Hercules himself. Hercules, how are you, man?
I'm great, man. I'm on the road promoting this movie. I'm in beautiful Kansas City right now. Make me see a little skyline behind me in my Marriott hotel. And I'm just on the road. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to help me promote this amazing family PG-rated movie that's based on a true story. So I hope people will check it out when it comes out next month.
Miracle in East Texas. What's it about? We have so much to talk to you about. So we want to talk about this movie first. What is this,
Sure.
the flick all about? Tell us about it.
It's a true story set in 1930s about 2 con men played by myself and John Ratzenberger, who you saw there on that little clip. And you heard the voice of Lou Gossett Jr. in the background there.
Right.
He narrates this thing. He does such a great job. These guys would go through Oklahoma and Texas in 1930, right in the heart of the Depression, wooing widows out of their money on fake oil wells. They would sell 500% of the shares, declare dry hole, move to the next town. Well, they get to Kilgore, Texas, and completely by accident, they strike oil, and it's the largest oil find in the history of the world.
Wow.
We've won 10 film festivals, everything from best romantic comedy to best faith movie to judges' favorite, audience favorite. It's a wonderful PG-rated movie. Comes out in theaters October 29th and 30th. It's a Fathom event. And if people know about Fathom, they help independent movies like ours get into theaters. And the only way we get more days is that people support movies like this, like they did my movies on Soul Surfer and God's Not Dead. We need word of mouth to get these things out there. I don't have a $100 million advertising budget like Hollywood does for their Pirates of the Caribbean $300 million movies. So
Right.
we need word of mouth. And if we fill these theaters up, then people will get more days. And right now, people can go to sorbostudios.com, sorbostudios.com. They can click the link that shows exactly, put in their zip code, shows where the theaters are showing in their neighborhood, and they can buy tickets right now. So we're hoping that we got to find a good family movie, because people all stop me and say, I love the movies. We wish we had more like it. Well, here it is, because Hollywood's not making them, as you know.
You said a family movie where, and you're seeing less and less of those in Hollywood where everybody could watch it. But this is a family movie in another sense, too, because your wife also co-stars in it, right? Y'all do a lot of projects together. Was this any different?
No, I mean, we met back in the Hercules years. I mean, Hercules for me was a great dating service as a single guy. We always had a pretty woman every 2 weeks was shot, but when she came down, it was all over for me. We've been married 25 years with 3 kids, and proof in the pudding that there's love at first sight. But she's brilliant. She's produces my movies with me, and I got 4 other ones in post-production right now, so I'm staying busy. And, it's just a great business partnership.
You want eyes on this film. Is there one thing in there that if people blink, they might miss it in this film that you definitely want them maybe to look out for?
Well, every movie I do, I always throw in a Hercules reference. So it's pretty funny when it happened about 3/4 of the way through. But I also tell people to stick around for the end, because we have an amazingly funny outtakes.
Oh, great.
John Ratzenberger was such a thrill to work with. Tyler Maine's in it for people in the WWF world. He was a big wrestler back in the 80s and 90s. He also plays Jason in the horror movies, and he's Sabretooth in X-Men. He did a fantastic job. And the local casting we got up there in Calgary, Canada, they were just fantastic.
Hey, since we talked about John Ratzenberger, we think of him as his character from Cheers. Was he, giving you trivia stuff, when the cameras weren't rolling the whole time? Is he really like that?
I actually met John. I did an episode of Cheers back in their last season, back in like 1991 or whatever it was. I had 2 lines in it, But John and I have done 2 movies together, and John is hilarious. But people also know him from Pixar. The kids know
that's
him
true.
from all the Pixar movies. He's the voice in every Pixar movie, from the Fish and Nemo, the Truck and Cars, the Pig and Toy Story. I mean, the guy is just great. But he was so easy to work with. And we did a movie called What If. That I highly recommend from people. It's the same writers that did God's Not Dead. In my book, it's a better movie. So I got to give a plug for What If.
All right, I like that. Not only are you doing movies that many is set up and ready to go, but you got a book out. What's it all about? Tell us.
The book just came out. It's with Brave Books. Go to bravebooks.com. It's called The Test of Linehood. And my book is really about letting kids grow up to be kids. Let boys grow up as boys. Let them decide where they want to be in their lives as they get older. Hopefully they have a very strong family unit. They got a strong father to help them be strong kids growing into strong adults. And it's a great book. I hope people check it out. Bravebooks.com. It's a wonderful story. There's no bashing of any groups in there with the craziness of our world. It's just, let kids be kids, because I think we're doing a lot of things through public education, through government, that we're confusing kids at young ages now. And to me, it's crazy. Let kids be kids.
Fox News, you did an article about that. And speaking of just that thing, are you getting a lot of slack from Hollywood because of this? I mean, you were on social media trending just this past week.
Well, I get slack from Hollywood all the time. They booted me out over 10 years ago. My manager and agent said, well, they couldn't work with me anymore because I'm a Christian and a conservative. And I had to laugh, because this is the industry that screams for tolerance and freedom of speech. But as I know, it's a one-way street, and the hypocrisy of Hollywood is just as bad as the hypocrisy in Washington, D.C. So I'm going to keep telling the truth. I realize truth is kryptonite to these people, but I know that most of the country's on my side, and they think the same way I do. And I'm here to wake up the silent majority, and I think that the word line is in the book from Brave Books, because we need to wake up the lions. We got to stop being afraid of being censored, because the truth is the only thing that really matters out there. Yeah. And we got to fight in our hands. We got a culture battle to win.
As comedians will agree with you too, you censor the way different viewpoints. You're only looking one way, and I appreciate what your comments are. The movie, it's called Miracle in East Texas. We'll have links on our website at dailyflashshow.com. You can check that out. And if you want more, of course, it'll be there. This interview and so much more. Our website, dailyflashshow.com. The movie is called Miracle in East Texas. Kevin Sorbo, always glad to have you here on the show. We'll have more Daily Flash coming up right after this. Don't you go anywhere, because we're going to have a lot more fun. You're watching this trending news and information.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson along with Mitch English. It's time for Doing It with Matt Doolittle. What you do for us, Matt?
Here we are. We are in the midst of doing it. And what is the main story around the world right now? Of course, it's superstar Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
Unofficially dating star tight end of the Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce. Let's talk about it. Why don't we? Because everybody else is. Well, here he is. He's a great football player. And now he's dating an international, global superstar. She has sold out more arenas than he could ever even think about filling as a football player. I mean, she even said no to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
And he's been there 3 times and has 2 rings. And she's like, I'm good. I'll sit up here and watch you now. This has been the biggest story in the world. They're putting out things on social media now for Swifties to understand what football is and how it goes through there.
Oh, that's hilarious.
There are social media darlings. He's great as far as an interviewer goes. They look happy. For God's sakes, she's in the booth with his mom, partying and hanging and cheering for his touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes is such a wingman. He threw him a touchdown at the end of the game just to make her happy.
How nice is that?
I'm all for it. I'm for them. I see wedding bells in the future. I'm hoping it happens like this. It's very funny when celebs get together. We see the money, the time, the coordination to put this together. But why? Why go through this? Her shoes were described online, and the price for them went from $140 to $500, and they were basic New Balances. They were changing the name of what he was wearing. They're selling out all of his clothes. She bought out an entire restaurant for them to go out to dinner for in Kansas City. She paid for the entire restaurant so everybody would leave. So this is obviously the biggest story in the world right now. But you know what? Good on you, Travis.
There you go.
You do it. Travis, Taylor, everyone here at Daily Flash wishes you the best. We want the invite. I'll invite you to my wedding, please.
Okay.
Just don't let him blow out his leg and you have to sing a song about the right end, slide penguin, flamingo out with a right cut song after you guys break up, because it's going to happen. Travis, You are doing it. This is my favorite story in the world, guys. What do you guys think?
I love it.
Can we send them to the border? Because maybe that'll help bring more attention to what's going on.
Yeah, that 100%. She needs to be dating cancer. Why? Because then we'd have a cure, right?
We'd have a cure. People would be paying attention.
Right,
Paying
exactly.
attention, putting money into it, flying all over. This is insane what happened. People were following them like they were the Royals in Kansas City because Travis has, of course, a convertible that they're driving around Kansas City in, and people were just like, well, there's Taylor Swift and Travis
Royals. If
Kelce.
you think about it, he's a football player, she's a pop star. It's a perfect combination.
But Kansas City Royals is a baseball team.
True,
You
yes,
got to keep
yes.
that in mind. That's probably why she needs to play baseball player.
It's just insane how much we invest in this. But hey, again, I'm all for
George Brett and crapped his pants again. In Kansas City. Did you ever see that?
No, I didn't.
Google it. Google it.
Man.
Careful.
Okay.
Careful if you get anything he tells you to Google. Be
it's
careful.
true.
Google it. I'm telling you.
All right, Maddie, thank you. Well, with the help of AI, cyber criminals are creating more personalized scams. So how can you protect yourself? Tech columnist Jennifer Jolly has a look at the new tools to help prevent AI phishing scams.
Thanks so much for having me. You know, there are so many new AI-aided cyber scams coming at us. It kind of feels like that Keanu Reeves character in The Matrix, you know, when he's dodging all those bullets in slow motion. That is what it's like trying to fend off the dozens of scams now coming at us from every angle, including emails, text messages, fake phone calls, the latest social media scams. Americans get hit with an average of a dozen scams every single day. Most of these are forms of phishing scams. When they come via text, though, it's called smishing, and 2/3 of people report getting hit this way in the last year, including many who lost thousands of dollars as a result. Let's take a look at some of the most common among these smishing scams. It's that you've won a prize message, texts about purchases you didn't make, fake missed deliveries or problems with delivery notifications, even those bogus Amazon security alerts. Whatever you do, don't click on them. McAfee Labs told us they uncover about 150 new AI scam threats every single minute. Do not engage. These scams are trying to create a sense of urgency and get you to click on them or engage. The best thing to do is just assume they are all scams when they come in with that urgency and that message to do something, click on something or else. McAfee is also the latest tech company to add an AI-powered tool to its arsenal against this next-gen cybercrime. It's called AI Scam Protection. It just launched this week, but I've been reviewing it in beta. The way it works is it scans, analyzes, and either blocks or warns you in real time when it detects malicious links. It can stop you before you click on them by sending you an alert, or if you accidentally do click on one, the new Scam Protection proactively blocks that site from loading. McAfee told us that they've already identified and categorized 500 million sites. This is free if you already use McAfee, free for anyone else to try out for a week. Then it starts at around $30 a year or $3 a month and works across devices. Head to my website at techish.com for more information. Back to you.
If you don't recognize the number or the name, likely a scam.
More than likely.
Yeah.
And always check it. No,
Yeah.
And they are so good at it nowadays, too. I mean, we don't feel bad if you fall victim,
Yeah.
but be prepared
Have
for
you
it.
seen any good movies lately?
I'm waiting for the Exorcist movie coming out, and if you are as well,
I
we're
can
gonna
see that.
take you into the kitchen so that maybe you can have a little before movie drinks, and you're gonna like some of these. That's
The
all coming up.
Exorcist-inspired cocktails, right?
Yep.
Is that what it is?
That's exactly what it is.
Ooh.
We'll have that coming up.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everybody, hi, I'm Mitch English.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
We have got some good stuff coming up this half hour. You don't want to miss out on it. Get you something to get ready for a big movie coming out. We'll have some drinks. Maybe you can try it at the next party. ChatGPT. Have you tried it and done anything
Nope.
with it? I mean,
Nope.
it's truly amazing and scary all at the
Yes.
same time. OpenAI, they're the ones that basically have kind of brought this
Pushed it
AI
all to the
and pushed it
forefront.
right. And so they have the thing called ChatGPT that you can go to. Well, for their newest subscribers, they're telling them that they have a update that's going to come out that's going to now allow ChatGPT to read, see, and talk to you. Okay, one step closer for the robots to take over. All right,
robots.
and here's what they're saying you can do. So basically, in front of your camera, you could say, take a picture of your refrigerator, let's say, and it will tell you, okay, you can make this, and then give you recipes on how to make it as well.
Okay.
And just by looking at a picture, and it can talk to you at the same time. They're saying that afterwards, you can maybe take your kid's homework assignment and put it up to the screen or send the picture in, and it'll give you hints on how you can make it better. But we all know it's going to be answers, right?
Yes.
So they're saying right now it's only for those who subscribe to it. So if you go by casually and check it out, you're not going to be able to do it. But it is just one more step closer. And this is what is released. So imagine what they have.
What they already
haven't
have in the
released
can,
yet.
yeah.
I'm telling you, it's freaking me out.
Now, I also heard, and I don't know if this is verified or not, that with the voices, because now that it can talk back to you, you can actually choose a few different celebrity voices in order for that voice to talk to you.
Yeah, and this has a lot to do with the writer's strike and the actor's strike, because they're saying, some studios are saying, we're just going to take your image and your voice and we own it forever, and you would not get anything out of it. And right now, that's the way it's set up. So it's kind of scary, but neat at the same time. This technology confuses and amazes me.
I'm going to err on the side of scary.
I think
That's
scary.
Just me.
I'm always going to stay scary.
Yeah. Flower girls have been a long tradition at weddings. However, one new bride decided to put her own spin on the sweet flower girl trend by introducing the Fireball girls. The bride switched things up by having her wedding party walk down the aisle, throwing up many bottles of the cinnamon-flavored whiskey known as Fireball. She added the caption, "Best decision I ever made," on her social media video featuring her new twist on the wedding party. I think it looks fun.
I say why not? That dress, you need to be careful doing that. I was telling that. Yeah, I don't know if you got to see it or not. Why not? It's your wedding. It's your day. Make it memorable. It's going to make the reception better if people a little bit toward. But don't be surprised. Like people yell out during your wedding.
Well, this is true. Anyone here did too.
Yeah. If you're going to have some.
I'm skipping that part, Mitch. You can't ask that at mine.
So Matt's going to tell me to arrive a half hour late. I know that's what he is. I'm going to be the guy that's going to yell out Freebird or something. All right, so there's this Australian journalist. She was pregnant. She goes, you know what? I need to do a story. Why not do a story about how the country names their citizens, basically? And so you have to register when you have a child to basically their name. ABC reporter Kristen Drysdale legally wrote down when she had her child, because she was a reporter and she was pregnant, and gave her son the name Methamphetamine Rules Drysdale. Woo! Well, usually if the state doesn't approve it with these crazy names, they'll assign a name for you. So she wanted to find out, okay, well, what name?
She was testing the system.
Right. Well, come to find out, they're like, okay, yeah, Methamphetamine Rules it is. Now she's like, oh crap, that's my kid's name. What am I going to do? She's working now to be able to get out of it and change her son's name. If you were named something like that, think about that.
I've been stuck with Doolittle my whole life. You think that's been easy?
Well, much easier than Methamphetamine Rules.
I think that's better.
Think about that. My original name, believe it or not, happened to me. It was No Speakita. And
speaking English.
Tuna shows nightly. But it has a cool story growing
Do
up.
you wonder though if this is part of like the woke culture when somebody saw that and they thought, oh, maybe that's, we should tread lightly on that because maybe they want to name their kid that. We don't want to insult anybody.
I think it has something to do with it.
Oh, goodness
I think it has something to do with it.
Nuts
Absolutely. Hey, we got more fun stuff. We're heading into the kitchen when we return, so
Chef
got a great idea for you for the season coming up.
Yeah, very cool. I don't know. I think that if she's gonna if she's gonna test the system,
I'd stick with it.
I guess it's not offensive enough.
I mean,
I
true.
don't know
I mean,
about
they probably go for like hard swear words.
Yes. So maybe that would.
Yeah, just like drug names. You're like, who's actually doing everything?
Oh goodness.
50 years ago, the most terrifying horror film in history hit theaters, shocking and scaring audiences all around the world. Is it back? You better be a believer.
Don't be scared.
We've met before.
Are you looking for Reagan?
Are you looking for Reagan? She burns in hell!
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, in honor of this scary movie, which comes out on October 6th, we wanted to celebrate in a different way. How, you ask? Well, you guessed it, with drinks.
Yes.
Joining us now is Chef Yvonne.
We love it when you arrive because
Yes.
you bring goodness. What are you making for us
What you
today,
mixing
Yvonne?
up?
So today we are making the Exorcist drink, and for our friends who are not drinkers of alcohol. So for the Exorcist drink, what you're gonna do is you're gonna use 1 bunch of basil, half a lemon, half a lime, a little bit of simple syrup, 2 ounces of gin. We also have absinthe, and our secret ingredients is egg whites. So,
Really?
yes. So,
All right.
Andrea, here, I'm gonna start you beating the egg whites.
Okay.
And right before you do that, I'd like you to put 1 ounce of simple syrup here and 1 ounce of absinthe.
Okay, 1 ounce of absinthe. And
While Andrea's doing that, Mitch.
And by the way, if you don't have simple
Yes.
syrup, is it easy to make? Seriously, isn't it just
Yes,
like
it's
sugar and water?
sugar and water,
Okay,
yeah.
right.
Yes.
All right, what do I get to do?
So you're gonna press 1/2 of a lime in there and half a lemon.
All right.
And after you do that, you're gonna take the basil leaf and you are going to crush them with this crusher.
How about if I do it the right way? How about that usually helps?
Oh
I
yes,
flipped
yes,
it
that
the wrong
does.
way.
Yes, you can maybe put an extra lime. These
Now
things
we
are
do.
tricky,
muddle
you know?
away, Mitch.
Yeah, so you want to go really hard on
Okay.
the beating.
Okay.
You really want to get that nice little froth. All
You
right.
don't have to tell Jackson that twice, that's for sure.
There you go.
It's not gonna
All
fit
right.
in there.
No, so yeah, so you can just squeeze the lemon.
All right, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that.
just squeeze it. There you go. We're gonna smell nice and lemony after
Lemony,
this,
all right.
which is gonna be great. Okay, so we got our lemon juice. Now go ahead and start crushing the basil in there.
Muddling in it there.
Yes,
all right.
we want to muddle all that. How are you going? How's it going?
It's going good. I think
So you
wanna
put the
take over?
absinthe and you put the simple syrup.
Yes, you
Let me
take over.
just-
I got lemon in my eye. I
I'm
really
just
see
gonna-
why
yeah,
this is
so
the
I-
Exorcist drink now.
This is, yeah, this is a true workout to really get it frothy. I don't know if you guys ever did this. So I am Chilean, and my mom, just as a snack, she would beat egg whites when I was a kid, and put some sugar in it, and that was it.
it's like a meringue, right?
It's like a raw meringue. I used to love it.
You know, when I remember, speaking of the original Exorcist, how scary it was.
Oh, frightening.
And how
that
everybody
music.
talks about it. Yes,
The music.
no kidding. They're saying this new one coming out equally as scary as we showed you some parts
It
of that
looks
clip.
terrifying.
Looks crazy. All right, I got this
so-
pretty good. I want to
Okay,
put some
Now
ice
perfect.
in
what's
it.
So
next?
go ahead and put 2 ounces of gin. Yep, your eyes. Go ahead, put your
Ice
eyes. Yeah, that's
Is this our
perfect.
gin?
Jackson, you do the gin.
Yep, and
Okay.
then 2 ounces of gin. We have our little right here.
Well, I'll just do a handful. Here we go.
Awesome.
We'll do it.
There.
You can't
No,
put
no,
one.
And me,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
This
There
is
you
for
go.
me.
Yes.
One.
There you go. Okay, and now you wanna
Do the shake.
shake. Wait, yes,
Right,
you wanna
okay.
shake that a little bit, and then we're gonna add this.
And again, it's all in the
almost
face.
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, let's add our little absinthe mix.
Okay.
Go ahead, open it up. We need to open the whole thing. I know this is a little
It's always
tricky.
tough when
Oh,
it's-
There you go.
There you
Okay,
go.
now you really want to put it all. Let's put another little cup of ice. There you go.
Okay.
Go ahead and shake that really good.
Oh, you gotta
One more
shake that
time.
up.
I'm going to put this in our Exorcist
Yes.
cup. How about
There
that?
you go. Go ahead.
Shake that up. All right. By the way, while we're doing this, you want more information, you can check out the exorcistbeliever.movie if you want to find out. And if you want to be one of the first to check it out, just go to our socials. Yeah, Daily
Yeah.
Flash TV, and you can see what we can scare up. Again, the website's theexorcistbeliever.movie.
Okay.
And now let's try this
Here we
away.
go.
So we've got
All
Chef
right.
Yvonne.
So,
Oh,
and
doesn't that look pretty?
Jackson, you want to try it? It
Yeah, I'll
actually
try
does.
it. I'll try it.
So we have another one there,
There we go. All right.
Andrea.
You want-
Okay.
all right, we'll do a cheers. How about you
There
grab
you
that one? I
go.
do
I
this
got
one.
it. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Woo.
All right, just like the Exorcist, get out. We have more Flash coming up after this.
Ooh, it's like key lime pie. You're right. It's got very
Very nice,
this is-
Yvonne. Good.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. For more than 75 years, Reynolds Brand has been celebrating the role food plays in people's lives and highlighting how food has the power to connect us and bring us joy. And since 2021, they've been proudly partnering with Feeding America, a nationwide network of food banks, food pantries, and partner agencies to support people experiencing hunger. Last year alone, the Feeding America network of food banks distributed more than 5 billion meals to neighbors across the country. Here to tell us more, cookbook author, recipe developer, and chef Valerie Lomas.
Thanks for having me. Everyone deserves to enjoy a meal with family. Yet 1 in 10 people in America don't have regular access to meals and experience hunger. September is Hunger Action Month, a time to share and inspire everyone to join in the movement to end hunger. With a new school year underway, there's no better time than now to make sure all families have access to nourishing meals. In addition, mealtime throughout the school year can be stress-free when you use Reynolds products for easier meal prep, cooking, and cleanup with recipes like breakfast burritos, baked cookies, or one-pot chili. Reynolds, known for creating products that make meal times easier, like Reynolds Wrap, Reynolds Kitchen's parchment paper, and slow cooker liners, has partnered with Feeding America to help end hunger in the United States and to make sure families have access to nutritious food. This year alone, they're helping to provide 3 million meals to families and children facing hunger. You can make a difference too. For every purchase you make of any Reynolds item between September 23rd and September 30th, 1 meal will be provided to Feeding America to help neighbors experiencing hunger. Just $1 helps provide at least 10 meals secured by Feeding America on behalf of partner food banks. They've made it super simple for you to participate. You can purchase any Reynolds item by scanning the QR code on the screen here or visit reynoldsbrands.com/meal donation. You can set up purchases and save items to list or add to your cart now to buy between September 23rd and September 30th. For in-store purchases, you can simply buy your products. For more info, just visit feedingamerica.org and reynoldsbrands.com/meal donation.
Well, with school back in session, family life at home can get pretty hectic. Here's tech and lifestyle expert Carly Newblock with some great ways parents can stay connected.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on the Daily Flash. And yep, it's a very busy time for parents, so I partnered with some brands that can really help them out. Now, we all know how laundry can pile up this time of year, right? Well, LG is making laundry day a total breeze. Their smart front load washer with Turbo Wash 360 has built-in artificial intelligence, which means it can detect fabric types, load size, and even how dirty your clothes are and adjust your wash settings. It actually gets smarter the more you use it. Their smart front load dryer with AI sensor dry can detect the fabric type and load size to dry your clothes perfectly every time. And their pedestal is an optional accessory that's actually a mini washing machine for quick loads. All so smart. Now, here's an app that's so fun and very helpful. It's the Create a Card iPad app from American Greetings. The app lets kids and adults send one-of-a-kind virtual greetings to anyone that needs a little smile. They've got great templates that make it easy to get started, or you can start from scratch. And inside the app, you're going to find virtual pencils and markers, photo frames, stickers, and more. So you can get as creative as you like and never make a mistake. And the best part, you can download the app for free. Now, here's a really smart device you can use every day. If your garage door is the busiest entryway for your home, like it is in mine, you're going to love the idea of the MyQ Smart Garage Video Keypad. It's like a cross between a video doorbell and a garage keypad, letting you see and control who's coming and going. Because let's face it, the kids are not always the best about checking in, but now you can know that they're home safe after school or activities. It's super easy to install, and you can use the MyQ app to create guest PIN codes for people like your dog walker or your housekeeper. Now, game night is really important in my home. This gets the family together for so much fun. It's Sonic Origins Plus, a new multi-game collection from Sega. Features 4 classic titles, 12 Game Gear titles, and for the first time ever, you can play as Amy Rose in multiple games and as Knuckles in Sonic CD. And fans can pick up the collectible, premium, physical edition featuring a 20-page book of art from the classic 90s era of that iconic little hedgehog. Now, I love this to help the kids in school. There were times when my kids needed homework help and it was so complicated, especially calculus. So IXL is a learning website that helps kids from preschool to high school learn math, thank goodness, language arts, science, and social studies. Tons of interactive problems, videos, lessons, and games that can help them practice what they're learning in school, get help with tricky concepts, and gain the confidence to learn new topics on their own. I might even do a little calculus brush up myself. And to find more information on everything I covered, including links, you can visit inthenews.tv.
Thanks so much. We got more trending news and entertainment heading your way. But first, we got to check in with our friends at The Daily Buzz right here on Daily Flash.
37% of gamers play racing games worldwide, which has taken them from a niche hobby to one of the biggest markets in the entertainment industry.
The appeal should be no surprise to most of us. For example, this new game is called the Crew Motorfest. Players get to choose and customize their rides, and then they participate in intense races and competitive live events. So for any gamer, that can be an exciting experience that keeps them coming back. People are also attracted to the social and multiplayer aspect of the games in which they can play with and compete against others.
Players will even be able to drive the Lamborghini Revuelto, the first V12 hybrid plug-in super sports car of the Italian brand. For more information on Ubisoft's newest game, The Crew Motorfest, visit store.ubisoft.com. It's a fan favorite, and it's back. Chef Quinn Adkins, Culver's Director of Menu Development and creator of the Curter Burger, says it all started as an online prank.
Our guests went absolutely crazy for this, and they sent us thousands of letters, and they started an online petition demanding that this be a reality. So who are we to say no to our guests?
Chef Quinn explains what a Curter Burger really is.
So the Curter Burger is made when we start with a deluxe butter burger, and then we top it with a crown of golden fried cheese curds. So you get that buttery, delicious crunch and that cheesy goodness in every single bite of the sandwich.
Get your hands on this crowd-pleasing burger between October 2nd and October 31st and help celebrate Culver's National Cheese Curd Day on the 15th. Find the restaurant nearest you at culvers.com.
Follow The Daily Buzz on social media.
Hey, before we head into the weekend, we'd like to give you our picks for streaming for the weekends, where we tell you got to check something out on streaming services. Andrea's going to kick us off. Who do you got?
Oh, my pick for this week, The Supermodels on Apple TV.
When I first was referred to as a supermodel, I was like, why are they calling us this? It wasn't about the hair and the makeup. It wasn't about the fashion. It was about the women. That's what a supermodel is.
Supermodels travels back in time to the 1980s when these four women all converged on New York City. Love seeing how George Michael and the Video for Freedom launched all of them into the supermodel stratosphere.
This is where she also makes that claim about Oprah kind of dismissed her, so you want to see her say that as well.
Yep. Alrighty, well, my pick for this weekend, of course, it has to do with wrestling. It's Netflix documentary series Wrestlers.
OVW is the little engine that could. You get outside of WWE and AEW, the best wrestling in America is taking place right here. You want to go one-on-one with me? Yeah, baby!
A storied professional wrestling organization. New owners and rising stars strive to make an impact beyond the ring. And you guys must be surprised. I'm friends with a former pro wrestler, and I talked to him about it, and he said it is spot on.
Did you learn anything?
Yeah.
Because you on the wrestling thing.
Yeah, and the promoters are always a little shady, and they don't pay. It's a really hard business to find it legit when you finally get to somewhere like WWE that's an organization, because otherwise it's a lot of backdoor workings.
And Mark Miro, one of my friends here, I'd like to find out what he has to say about that. He was in the WWF. I got another documentary. This one won't change the world, but one-man story did change baseball forever. It's called The Saint of Second Chances.
Start at a 1, take it to a 10, and if it gets you arrested, we've gone too far.
Mike Veeck rhymes with wreck. Son of Major League Baseball franchise owner Bill Veeck blows up his father's career. He's exiled from the game he loves, and he spends decades clawing his way back. But it's a great story about family. If anything that you see in baseball today to get people to the crowds, this guy was the originator of it, including the box seats.
Like Savannah Bananas, like what they're doing now.
Knowing that it's a family thing. And this guy worked his way back up. He was given something. He tried the disco night, if you ever hear about that. Google it.
Infamous disco night.
Info night, where it went crazy.
That's what caused his dad to lose the team.
That's right. And so he had a long redemption trail on him. So there you go. I loved it. Go see it. It's fun. That does it for the show. Thank you for spending time with us.
Yes, for more information on any of today's stories, be sure to visit dailyflashshow.com. Be good, everybody.
We'll see you when we look at you. Bye-bye.